In northern Vermont, so far north that on clear days you might be able to see the North Pole, lies the magical town of Evergreen, a snowy town all done up for Christmas with a tree in the town square right next to the gazebo and festive decorations on every single building. Well, Amanda.
Well, Dayelle, we could not do a Christmas series and episode without talking about Hallmark Christmas movies, baby. And I feel like there are two camps of people.
Yes.
People that watch Hallmark Christmas movies and people that are opposed to Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hate on them.
Who think they are insane. And let's just point out who we are right now. I'm a diehard.
This should say my Hallmark Christmas movie mug.
I can put the Hallmark channel on, which before, when I had cable, was very easy to do. Now that I don't have cable, I pay the $2 a month for the Hallmark Christmas channel add-on on Amazon. This is not an ad because I'm paying for it. And I pay for it.
But Hallmark, if you want to sponsor us, that would be fun.
We don't mind. I pay for it. So I have it usually November to January. Mm-hmm. And I could leave it on 24 hours a day and be very honest with you. I don't need to fully watch the movies to know what's happening.
Nope.
Boy, girl, big town, small town, Christmas trees, family business, death, dog, done.
Done.
Bakery, forgot that.
Engagement.
Prince, engagement, baby, dog, veterinarian. Ugh.
Gingerbread.
Or
like sugar
Snowstorm.
Cookies. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of sugar cookies.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree farm. Speaking of sugar cookies, that is our cocktail today. So we are doing Christmas and Evergreen because it's a trilogy. It's a book trilogy.
It is.
We're only doing the first one.
It's a book and movie trilogy.
It's a book and movie trilogy. We are only doing the first book, Christmas and Evergreen, by Nancy Naigle. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, what a fun little read this was.
It is. Okay. Well, I'll let you talk about your drink first, but then
I forgot that's what I was doing because it said speaking of sugar cookies and then just went off on a tangent. Okay.
We're so excited.
Speaking of sugar cookies, let me pull up my recipe here. So we're doing an Evergreen martini and it's a sugar cookie martini. Whenever I make sugar cookie martinis, a little too sweet for my liking, but they are really fun to make, especially Christmas parties. They're like super delicious. They taste like sugar cookies.
I'd probably love it.
You would love it.
Yeah.
So I always roll the martini glass in vanilla frosting and then like Christmas sprinkles. And then in the cocktail, you're going to do equal parts of vanilla vodka and like a cream liqueur, like a Bailey's or something like that. And 1 part of amaretto. And that is where you get that sugar cookie flavor. So that's really important. Here's the thing. Some people add cream to it, milk, cream, something.
Yeah.
I just add more cream liquor.
Yeah.
Because
why wouldn't you?
What are we doing
without that bourbon cream?
And then you just shake it up over ice and strain it in. Then garnish it with a frosted sugar cookie. They make the little tiny ones. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You just cut a little slit in that, put it on the side of the martini glass. They're so cute. Very easy to make a big batch of for Christmas parties. And you just like pre-rim the glasses. They look so adorable. And if you read this book or watch this, in the very back of the book, there's a recipe for Vermont sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Because this book is based in Vermont.
Yeah, it's Vermont Christmas card cookies.
Yeah, they're super cute and they're basically sugar cookies. So I just thought that was really on brand and really delicious. So
we have to that. I guess I just have to, cheers to our, cheers. Cheers. I have to just read the little blurb for the sugar cookies because it's really cute. So it says, in Christmas, in Evergreen, snowy weather and wishes on a magic snow globe lead Ryan and Zoe to an idyllic small town in Vermont. As they help Allie make her favorite frosted sugar cookies for the town festival, they get caught up in the joy of the season. Whether you make our Vermont Christmas tree cookies with friends or family, or you share them with the people you love, they'll give you the warm Christmassy feeling.
And
love.
This book was such an easy, fun read. You know, like you read those romance books, they're just like one and done. Like,
yes.
You blow through it.
Yes.
I had no power for 4 days. We got 1.5 feet of snow where I live in the Catskills in New York. No power. And I took my fiance's headlamp that he uses. I have a photo.
Stop.
I think I'm going to send you the photo to share to our Instagram.
Yeah, I want it.
It is the lowest of lows. I have not showered in 4 days. I am wearing a headlamp and I'm reading this book. It'll be very funny for you to share. It's a very easy read. You just said the whole plot of the book.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you're looking for a book to read for the holiday.
Quick, cozy one day.
Yeah. Like you want, it's like the pumpkin spice cafe for, the fall.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally like on the cover of this book. It's the red. Grandpa's red pickup truck.
She's the veterinarian,
It's
folks.
decked out in Christmas decor.
It's got a wreath.
It's got lights. Then you have Christmas trees in the background that are lit. Because, of course, they would be outside at the Christmas tree farm. And then an adorable little town and snow. And it's just...
This has everything, Dale. There is a family restaurant, okay? Mm-hmm. What's it called? The Kris
Kringle Kitchen.
Kris Kringle Kitchen. Alliteration. Which we just did Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah. Our boy Kris Kringle. And then you've got a veterinarian, small town veterinarian. Mm-hmm. Her parents own the Kris Kringle Kitchen. And she's dreaming of bigger things because her boyfriend Spencer lives in D.C., the big city life. And she's going to leave Vermont to be there.
Here's my one pet peeve.
Well, she straight up cheats on this man. So there's that.
Not only that. But here's the thing. They're not dating. I think that's the number one confusion that I had throughout the book and the movie is they're not actually dating. They're seeing how things go.
No, Mom. No, we've been over this. Spencer and I were testing the waters. Mm-hmm. And there was a reason that you two broke up, honey. Yeah, we couldn't handle the long distance thing. So now we're going to be in the same city and it's not a big deal. You're going to be spending Christmas with him, Allie. And that is a very big deal.
So that's the first weird thing because she is moving to DC to figure things out with this man.
Hold on. It feels like they've gone backwards. Okay. And this is coming from two people who love Virgin River so much.
Yes.
Okay. It's giving the Virgin River vibe, right?
Yes.
It goes opposite. You're supposed to be the big city doctor who craves their own practice in small town America where they can make a difference.
Right. I think the formula was a little bit broken for this one.
Okay.
I think normally here's the thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're looking at it too closely to the girl in the story. Okay. Because if we think about it, who's the other main character in this? The guy who is a doctor from a big city who stumbles on the sweet little town.
Because his wife has passed away, he wants to make this Christmas really wonderful and special for his daughter by making it not Christmas at all in Florida and then going on a cruise.
But can we also bring up the fact that was exactly a year ago?
1 year.
At Christmas.
1 year. So about that. Here's the thing with Hallmark movies. Yes. I know we're going to get some shit for this, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and I also think that this book is very much a book written for Hallmark.
100%. And I love that.
Yes.
Let me tell you, Nancy.
Same.
You done did the damn thing, okay?
Love it.
Because it's I'm going to read the others.
Yes.
Because they're that easy. And I like the formula.
Yes.
I know what to expect.
I love that every single thing has something to do with Christmas, even if it doesn't make sense.
Can we talk about the snow globe in the Kris Kringle kitchen?
The random snow
It's
globe?
magical.
Yeah, it's magical.
Okay.
It has the whole little town in it.
You just give it a couple swooshy swashies, and if it is your heart's content, and you
heart's
ask
desire.
My sentence made no sense. If it is your heart's desire, it will come true.
It will come true. You just have to shake it. I wish that they told us the details. Like, do you shake it once or twice? Or
is it a quick overturn? Do you need to get the snow swirling?
Not only is there this snow globe, but the snow globe has its own pedestal.
Yes.
That it's placed on with a sign that tells you what to do if you know what your heart wants.
Okay. I have to tell you something.
Yes.
Okay. In total, I don't know a number. How many Christmas movies do you think Hallmark releases every year?
Gosh.
I just want you to guess.
I mean,
every year. New ones.
So in my mind, I'm thinking they're easily releasing like probably 2 a day.
47
a
season.
Sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So what we have, how many days do we have for Christmas? like in December. 25 days.
25 days. I was like, this feels like a trick question.
It was a trick question. That seems, I can't do the math, but that seems right.
We've also got the Hallmark mystery section.
Yes.
The Mysteries of Christmas. Which, do you know what that gives me? Do you remember Touched by an Angel?
Oh, 100%. I watched that a lot.
Hallmark mysteries
as a child.
in Christmas? Same. Yeah. Touched by an Angel with Christmas.
Through and through.
Love it. Talk to me more about this, though. You can't drop 47 movies a year that are themed around Christmas, and they're going to all be the same.
Yes.
We're changing some things here and there, and I don't mind that.
No, I don't either. I'll watch all of them and every single one of them and all of them. And any variation, even if it's not Hallmark, if it's a Christmas movie like that has the same formula as a Hallmark movie, I will 100% watch it. I will admit that recently Netflix has kind of, jumped into
really killed the game.
ring.
Yeah.
But here's my issue with that is I think that some of them they knock out of the park.
I will hear no slander about A Christmas Prince.
And some
never.
Oh, Christmas Prince is hands down the best.
Are you
that
kidding
series? Me? Stop it.
Killing it.
But I will say that not all of them. I tried to watch a new one this year.
Which one?
Hot Frosty.
See, I'm gonna love it because it's Ted from Schitt's Creek.
Yes, I know. I went in with like every expectation, like I got this. I'm just gonna watch it. It's gonna be great. I couldn't do it.
Okay, maybe we need to do drugs beforehand.
Maybe
we need edibles. Here's the other thing I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that because I was really excited about that one. I need to get over that for a second. I'm making space for that in my heart.
You can set a reminder when things get released on Netflix. I set a reminder so that I would watch it. Like I was very excited to see this movie.
And then isn't there the other one with Lindsay Lohan and Kristen Chenoweth?
It comes out Wednesday.
Fantastic. Gonna watch that. Now, here's the thing though. Netflix has dipped their toe in the water and they've killed it.
Yes.
What's the one with Vanessa Hudgens? She's got a bakery?
Oh, Princess Switch.
Yeah, love them.
The Princess Switch.
Love those. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Hallmark is just like...
They're the royalty.
Yeah. And
Christmas
you know what?
movie.
They're shittier movies.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Netflix has a little bit more budget, maybe perhaps, per movie.
Because they do less, there's probably more wiggle room for them.
Wait, what's the one with Chad Michael Murray that's coming out on Netflix where he's like
I watched it. Already watched it.
Where they're all like
they're like male strippers.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the whole thing.
And?
I loved it.
Fantastic.
Okay, here's the thing is too, Hot Frosty, I will 100% give it a second chance because sometimes you're just like not in the right headspace to watch it.
Sure.
So I think like if I'm in the headspace, I think what threw me for that one is the guy who is Hot Frosty. He has changed so much over the years, like the actor himself. And in this one, it's a little bit off-putting. And I think that's what was throwing me. And so I couldn't focus on anything else because he's like topless a lot of the movie. And
so he's very much like Ted in Schitt's Creek then, his character. You haven't watched Schitt's Creek?
No.
Okay. If you watch Schitt's Creek, you'd be way more excited to watch this.
It even more. But fair. I'll go back to it. So with that, one of my all-time favorites before we dive back into Evergreen, and I'm pretty sure it's a Hallmark Christmas movie, but it's the one where this girl works at a like a bed and breakfast, and it's like a historical bed and breakfast, and this guy, it's like Christmas time or Time Christmas or one of those variations with Christmas in it, and it's got this gorgeous man in it, and he comes back like he's from the past, but he gets hit over the head on Christmas Eve and then comes back in modern times.
Oh.
And this girl that works at the inn like finds him in one of the rooms, and she's like super confused because he looks just like the man that's in the photos of this house. And it's so magical.
Okay, send me that one because that's right up my alley. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Time
really good.
Traveler's
And
Wife.
he like can't leave the like the house. Like he can go outside, but once where the property ends, he can't go past that.
He's chained to
if he goes past it, he disappears and then reappears in the house again.
God, I
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Okay, I'll find that one and watch it.
So Evergreen.
Now, for me, this checks a lot of boxes. We've got a doctor. We've got a veterinarian.
Yes.
We've got a family business. We've got a bed and breakfast.
We have
a weather event.
Yes.
That closes a snow event.
Of course.
That closes the only road in and out of this town.
That's a covered bridge, a red
gorgeous
covered bridge.
Gorgeous.
Makes sense. Vermont, of course.
Even though all the movies were shot in British Columbia, but that's okay.
That doesn't matter. Okay. Details.
If you're going to enjoy a Hallmark Christmas movie, you suspend belief the minute you hit play.
White, fluffy snow that stays when it falls on you.
We don't talk logic. Logic has nothing to do with this. Have you seen the TikToks of the guy who pretends he's writing Christmas scripts for Hallmark? He's like pitching ideas to the executive at Hallmark. And so the executive's like sitting behind the desk. He's like, hear me out. A Home Depot. And he's like, tell me more. A woman looking for screws. Oh my God, tell me more. And the guy's getting more excited. And he's like, she drops the screw and he goes, and who picks it up? Who picks it up? And he's like, Santa.
Just sold.
It's literally how I think they make these movies. I would do anything to sit in a writing room for this.
Yes. There's a lot of, I think with any of the Hallmark movies, there's a lot of foreshadowing that the main actors will say. And you're just like, oh, okay. Well, okay. That's who he is. Oh, okay. Yep. That's what happens. Oh, they're going to stop at that little town. Yep.
We're ignoring that though for this, right? In Evergreen. In all of them. We're going to ignore it.
Yeah. You kind of have to.
He's driving to the airport.
Yeah. They're taking his daughter on a cruise.
Absolutely. So she'll forget that her mom's dead.
They have time.
He says, we've got time. I've got to make it to the airport. Let's talk about little Miss Veterinarian over here.
Yeah.
She says, I've got to get to the airport. Sorry, my cow's having a baby. I've got time. Let me suit up in my rubber gloves. Your sister is a veterinarian. I don't think there's a universe where your sister is suiting up to help a cow give birth to a calf and is immediately leaving to get on an airplane.
No.
To Washington,
Also,
D.C.
she has so many coat changes in this. I'm always so surprised because
she has many coat changes.
So clean. When my sister comes to family events, I often say, Chrissy, what is that on your jacket?
Mm-hmm.
What is that big brown gooey
Does she go, oh, that's
substance?
Placenta.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what she says to me. Or I say, what is that very rather unpleasant smell coming from you? Oh, that's because I was in the barn with the cows and I had to stick
my hand up
things in places to fix
different kinds of veterinarians, I guess, because this movie starts, she's just got a basket full of pugs.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you want? And poor Michelle is trying to take on this Christmas spectacular festival.
Also, a very inconvenient way to carry around pugs.
In a basket?
And that type of basket, it's like the narrow bottom. It's like the basket that has fruits, you put fruits in it.
Or like rolled yarn. Like,
no, 3 pugs.
3 full, like, little chonky bonky pugs. Anyway, again, we're suspending belief.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then I love that, they're stuck. They are stuck. All this poor little girl wants is a real Christmas.
Yeah.
And her dad's like, nope, hard pass.
Hard pass. Yeah.
But don't worry.
Nothing Christmas. We don't want to remind you at all
We're
going to
fall
mother.
Of course. And I'm going to fall in love with a completely different. Your mom died last Christmas?
Yeah.
I'm going to fall in love with a new lady this Christmas.
Yes, I am.
Forget all about her.
You need a mom. So there's that.
Okay.
Also, we all grieve differently. So
absolutely.
Not saying anything. I think it's important to also point out the fact that the book and the movie are identical.
I was just going to say that. This manuscript, essentially. They didn't have to write a screenplay because she just probably carried this around.
You could probably read the book while you watch the movie and not miss a thing.
Follow along.
It wouldn't you could look at the book and then watch the screen and then pick back up in the book from what you were watching on
It's perfect. It's like when you read an Audible book and you're on your Kindle and you leave off on the Audible version.
Yeah.
And your Kindle picks back up.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And I'm going to just say this, okay? We've got some more aspects we haven't discussed. I love when there's a Christmas festival. There's got to be an event.
Like a ball or...
Oh, God, I love it.
Christmas market.
Of course.
Cookie contest.
But all of the women
Yeah.
Left town for book club.
Yeah. I mean, that makes
back.
sense. It's like the grandmas, like the aunts and stuff.
For some reason, I was kind of envisioning them when they're saying like, oh, the book club ladies that, whatever.
Like
I'm like,
us.
they're like a little gang.
Yeah.
Like granny gang. Just like,
gang.
oh, man. And then
Same.
everybody's going to make their little Christmas cookies because they were not going to have food. They're like, oh, no, we don't have food. It's okay. We'll all make cookies. That was the whole.
Well, all the people that volunteered said that they would make cookies.
Like, we're going
to focus on that.
It's like, man, I could really go for a hot dog. How about a sugar cookie?
But there's also, it's a Christmas market, so I don't really know why they need to have like a meal. Because you're walking around the market. Like if you have hot cocoa and cookies, I think that's
No, it's a festival,
good.
okay? It's a festival. We need cookies.
There is no such thing as enough when it comes to a Christmas feast.
I also really love the excitement of decorating the Christmas tree for the
little
bed
girl?
and breakfast.
Uh-huh.
Oh, gosh. Barbara. Good for Barbara.
Barbara, love her. Also, the actors in this, I'm a huge fan of the girl that plays the main girl and then the girl that plays
Yes, let me
Barbara.
pull up their names because they were both fantastic. So
They're in a bunch of stuff, too.
yeah,
a bunch of Hallmark.
Let's talk about that really quick. A Hallmark crossover left and right?
Love it.
Like
Love
always. I'm a little concerned because Chad Michael Murray was really living in that Hallmark space and now Netflix has got him.
I know.
I wonder what happened
money,
there.
maybe.
Way more money.
Yeah.
So we've got Ashley Williams. She's the main girl. She plays Allie Shaw, our veterinarian.
I love her. She's in a ton of stuff, and I've watched probably all of them.
I also love Holly Robinson. She plays Michelle.
Wait,
What?
is she the girl that's in the movie that I love?
Let me click on it. That way you can tell me. There's Jingle Bell Run,
I've seen
Christmas in Evergreen, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater,
that. Okay.
Northern Lights of Christmas. None of this is ringing a bell.
No.
Okay.
I'll think of it eventually.
Some of these are embarrassing, so I'm not going to read it. Oh, she's in Sense, as in SCENTS?
Yes.
And Sensibility?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I've seen
she's
that.
in the Chris Watts confessional movie. Not the same genre.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
I don't see. I'm so sorry.
Well, something I wanted to.
You know where she's in?
Mhm.
Stud
Yes.
Boob.
Okay.
Stud Boob.
Got it. That
Watch that with
sounds
the
like
kids.
a Christmas movie.
Perfect. Keep going.
I wanted to point out while we're looking up movies and stuff, Barbara, her inn. This very weird thing when watching the movie.
Linda Boyd.
The
Linda
inn is not going to be ready for 2 weeks, right? She's not opening for 2 weeks. And so it's not quite ready. It's not quite ready.
Yeah.
Yet when they walk through the door.
Now, I knew you were going to say this because I also thought this. Please finish your statement. I'm going to tell you the research I've done.
The entire inn is decorated top to bottom.
Yes. She doesn't have a Christmas tree, though. Okay.
She had many Christmas trees. They were just mini.
Yeah. Uh-huh. In the book.
And I don't know what.
Okay. In the book, she says, our girl Allie says, I don't know how Barbara said she wasn't ready. I guess for Barbara,
Yes.
ready has to be perfect.
Yes.
Because this looks ready to me.
Yes. Fair. Which
Right.
I think is also insinuated during the little tour that they give. Like, when they bring the dad and the daughter to the inn.
Our girl Zoe, poor baby. What a tough time she's having.
Yeah.
But what a magical time it becomes.
I mean, yeah. Pretty much as soon as she shakes that little snow globe.
How much money do we think Dad lost on the cruise?
I mean, he doesn't seem very upset about it.
Well, he's loaded. He's a doctor in a big city.
He is. So I think he's totally down with her wanting to stay in Evergreen, but he's also very much into Allie. So there's that.
He falls in love pretty quickly.
I mean, like the first time he sees her is basically like he can't get her smile out of his head.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
like fair. Okay, I get that. But this is over I'm going to be generous. This is over 3 days.
So you just brought this guy and his kid back here?
Yeah, kind of.
But in reality, it's like
Dayelle, Christmas
2
is a
days.
lifetime.
2
Christmas
days.
is a lifetime.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like 2 days.
I also love how she's like, sorry, I can't get out of town. I guess I'll just cancel my flights in my future life.
Yeah. But
She's
also
supposed to be signing the lease to her new apartment. She don't want to go.
no. And I was also confused by the fact that they're going on a cruise and yet they're flying in before the cruise is taking off. So it's fine that they don't go for another 2 days, but they can still get the cruise. And then when they finally get to the airport, say 3 days later, I don't actually know how many days because there are
some days in Florida planned.
There are no days in Hallmark movies. You don't know what is a day and what is just
the sun never sets.
Continuation of, unless there needs to be a sun setting.
And then nighttime is 3 minutes.
Yes.
And then we're back. Okay, keep going.
And I just was very confused by the fact that the cruise isn't going to wait for them.
Yes, they will.
So they just
Christmas magic.
They just keep pushing the day, and it's like, it's fine. We'll get there when we get there. Oh, it's fine. So there's that. But also the fact that when Allie does eventually decide that she's not going to go anywhere, because her whole thing was that her grandfather told her that, she needs to journey outside of the small town to find her heart's desire. And in reality, that's not what he was saying at all. But that when she comes back, like, her practice is like she never even was
she going to pack it up?
Leave. And I mean, it's brought up in the book where she brings up the fact that she didn't have time to donate the supplies, and the new practice that she's going to work for doesn't want any of the supplies because they're a big practice and they don't need that, which is also...
They don't have baskets of pugs there.
Not real. Like, that's not a real thing. Was she just going to leave everything there for the people who are going to buy the property? But, like, if it's not a vet, then... it just all gets thrown away.
Our girl Allie was not planning. She was like putting the sign on the side of the building, like, that'll do.
Yeah, for sale. Also, her whole, I didn't decorate my house for Christmas. And then you go into her house and you're like.
And then she says, good thing I decorated a little.
It is the most Christmassy.
A little?
I mean, she doesn't have a tree. Amanda.
Does she put snow inside? Is that full decoration? Like outside snow inside?
I think she should have had like reindeer and maybe even like Santa was there. And then it would have been fully decorated because it's...
Again, you're bringing up facts. Facts have nothing to do. That's not real in Hallmark. What is real in the outside world, it's not real in Hallmark. Time is not the same.
Nope. Time doesn't matter.
The Hallmarkiverse is what we should call it, the Hallmarkiverse. It's different,
Yeah. So then let's talk about this timeline. Okay, so dad comes to small town, sees pretty girl, she smiles, and he immediately is, oh, I like the smile. Then, oh, shoot, flight is canceled, and now we have to stay. Oh, here's pretty girl. So
in the airport. She's in the airport.
She can't get her truck started.
Truck won't start.
So she stays over in hotel. So does he. Oh, next morning. Oh, they're having breakfast. Oh, she will take them back to the small town, have small town Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Just for
a little bit.
Like a day, maybe. We don't really know. So they go back, and at this point, he's already, feeling pretty good.
He's into it. Yeah.
He's feeling pretty good. Also, just a little tidbit that I questioned the whole time is she very often drives her truck with all the windows down.
It's
while
so
it's
cold.
snowing.
Like, I get it. You need to shoot into the truck. Like, I get that from a movie standpoint. But, like, it's really cold.
It's real cold. It's fake snow. So, I mean,
and the rock slide.
Real.
I mean, takes out the bridge.
Yeah, of course it does. So, okay. So now we are in the town, and she wants to make little Zoe's Christmas magical and decides that building a snowman would do that.
Does it for me.
Totally. So she has like a box of all the things you need for building a snowman, including a wooden
I gotta be honest with you. A wooden carrot.
That threw me for a loop because her parents own a restaurant. But anyway, so clearly still falling in love with this girl the whole time. Falling in love with this girl. This whole time she has a boyfriend. Boyfriend's a very loose term.
Spencer's waiting. And they're going to take a helicopter to the Hamptons.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the swanky Christmas party.
I can do swanky.
Yeah.
Her words, not mine.
Exactly. And so, okay, we're falling in love. And then the sugar cookies, something happens with sugar. They have to make all the sugar cookies.
Yeah, they sure do.
She falls. Oh, also in this, at some point, she births a baby cow and they're involved in that. That's the beginning of them going, and then
hey, the baby cow's born.
The little girl gets to name the cow. And,
yeah.
Super magical. Also, she's perfectly clean after delivering a cow, which okay. But then she
Hold on. Before you continue, I have a theory about hot girls.
Yeah.
I have to come to the studio. Sometimes I drive in. Sometimes I take the train, go through Grand Central. Sometimes you hop in an Uber. In the summertime, in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I've got layers because I'm cold. It's cold out there, you know?
Fair.
I'm carrying all these book bags. In the summertime, very sweaty. Yeah. It's very unfortunate. I'm not looking good doing a single fucking thing in that process. I am sweating. I am breathing louder than I should be. I've got my headphones in. I'm walking past people like, maybe it's hot girl magic. Because I see girls carrying, I don't know, whole businesses in their hands, not breaking sweat, looking perfect. I think it's hot girl magic. Yeah. I think Allie is a veterinarian. She's got hot girl magic.
Fair. I can see that.
Nothing pisses me off more than when I'm at like a sporting event. I love sports. We go to events all the time. Yeah. I'm dying in my Yankees jersey. Girl next to me, long sleeve jacket, hat, perfect hair, not an ounce of sweat. I'm like, it's 198 degrees outside. Yeah. Why do you look like that? Yeah. I've got a mustache of sweat that I'm away every 40 seconds so that my face around my mouth does not match the makeup I have on my face. And I think Allie also has hot girl magic. I think she can birth cows. Hot girl magic.
Without getting anything on her. And she also doesn't have to wear the very specific veterinary, like up to your elbow, shoulder, the gloves. Yeah. She doesn't need to wear those. She can just wear those really cute jackets and not get anything on her. And that also helps with, the man falling in love with her. So
okay, continue your timeline. Yeah. So we've established hot girl magic. Let's continue.
Yeah. So obviously, like, oh no, all the women who were going to cook for this festival are at book club. Obviously. And the rocks fell and crashed, whatever. So now they have to cook all the cookies for the festival. And so Allie enlists said man and daughter to help, obviously. And oh no, they run out of ingredients. So of course, Allie gives this perfectly good stranger her car keys and tells him to go get ingredients from her parents.
Can we talk about this for a second? Yeah. Again, suspending belief. I need to, I'm, fact check me on this because I don't have it in front of me. Do you know how much that truck would cost?
I mean,
it's a fully refurbished truck that her grandfather did himself. Yeah. That's a $200,000 truck.
Yeah. Whatever.
Let's throw the keys to a stranger.
Also, it doesn't start half the time.
Well, you're paying for the look. Okay, continue. All right.
So he goes off to get his supplies,
sure does.
Right? Yeah. And then he's leaving the, cafe after he gets the supplies that he needs. And he's like, oh my God, it would be so perfect and magical and wonderful. Allie needs a Christmas tree. Like totally. She needs a Christmas tree. So he goes to a Christmas tree farm. Yes. Gets a Christmas tree, loads it up, puts it in the truck. Meanwhile, back at the house, who shows up? Yeah. Spencer, the boyfriend.
Cannot believe it.
Who is not the boyfriend, but he shows up because, obviously, he misses the girl that he thinks is coming to live with him and spend Christmas with him, and finds a girl who belongs to another man in her house and his girlfriend's house. And then, obviously said dad comes home with Christmas tree and immediately backtracks and is completely confused by the fact that there's a man in the house because Allie's not once mentioned the fact that she has a boyfriend or that he is the reason.
A little bit. She does when they're decorating the tree. A little bit,
but not really.
She doesn't seem like he's real important.
Not someone that would take a helicopter to come see the person. Anyway, so, then he's kind of devastated because, he's falling in love with this woman after a day. And so he lies, because why wouldn't you lie, about the tree and says, no, I bought this for the inn. They need a second tree because they already got a tree for the inn, but now
Barbara needs two.
Yeah, she needs 2 trees. So he takes his daughter and the tree and drives the truck to the inn. That makes sense. And at this point, things are feeling a little like, oh no, what's going to happen? Something's going to happen. Allie's really struggling. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She's really rethinking what Grandpa said to her all those years ago and realizes, wait, maybe Grandpa meant I didn't have to go anywhere to truly belong. So
Grandpa's just such a genius. I mean, Grandpa might be Santa, honestly.
He probably is. Yeah. The red truck kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
Giveaway. It's like, so then she kind of is in this place of, figuring out what she really wants. Spencer, we don't know where he is. He's just somewhere in the town wandering around. He's doing his own thing.
Poor Spencer. My God.
I don't know how I forgot, but before she even makes this decision, what would make Zoe really happy? Let's go ice skating. Like, oh my God.
You can't not take the kid ice skating.
Ice skating
is
the
Christmas.
Best. So obviously they go ice skating and Spencer, of course, goes with them. He does not go with them. He has a work call. So he just tells them to just go along, just go do what you need to do. And so Zoe and her dad go with Allie and they go ice skating and it's so romantic. And he thinks, maybe he has still a chance. And then there's an emergency.
Because there has to be.
Because he's a doctor. And of course, we want said doctor to stay in the town.
And wouldn't you know, the town mayor, Ezra, talks about how they need another town doctor. The town doctor just retired.
Yeah. So it's like perfect timing.
This is fantastic.
So, of course, the girl who is now in charge of the festival because Allie is leaving is having a panic attack.
Of course. Poor Michelle. She's not doing great.
And any doctor is the perfect person to talk to someone going through a panic attack.
Also, I think we should discuss this. Too much pressure on this festival.
Yeah.
If this is bringing our girl downtown, this is not good.
Yeah. But all you need to do is count.
That's weird. Yeah. I have Xanax.
No, you just need to.
Just kidding. It's Wellbutrin.
You just need to count the 12 days of Christmas. And you can sing it if you want to. That will also help you calm down.
I'm going to try that next time.
So within the first 2 lines of the 12 days of Christmas, oh my God, she feels so much better. And she's totally fine. And Allie is just falling in love with him now because he just saved her friend. And then, so he's like, the road's open. So now I can go to the airport to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, goodbye, love you. Well, he doesn't say love you, but
he does with his eyes.
He does with his eyes. And Zoe's like, oh, I'm so sad. I miss you. And then right as they're going to leave, he realizes, like, wait, no, Allie doesn't have a Christmas tree.
He can't do it. How can he leave?
How can I leave?
How can he leave this land?
So, like, of course, they just go to, there's like multiple Christmas tree farms on this
small town. I don't understand it.
One of them closes really early. The other one stays open really late. But then the one time they needed to go to the late one, that was closed. So they went to the other one. Anyway, he takes Zoe. They get the Christmas tree. Because also he has her truck again. I forget
how. Just steal it now. It's his truck now.
She just told him to leave the keys at Barbara's. It's fine.
She's probably at home trying to bang Spencer to make him not leave her, but keep going.
So the stranger of one day falls in love with her, right? Just keep that in mind. He then goes to Allie's house.
Yeah.
And uses the key that's on the keychain from the truck.
This is breaking in
to break into her house.
Or if it's Hallmark, it's romantic.
It's romantic.
Keep
it's
going.
Totally romantic.
Keep going.
And he goes inside and they decorate the tree.
Beautiful.
But they don't have any colored ornaments and they don't want to go through her stuff because that would be so
already broken into her house. But yeah.
We don't want to be creepy.
Sure.
So they just use clear glass ornaments because, of course, the Christmas tree shop only has clear ornaments because that makes a lot of sense. And so they decorate the tree and then they leave. And he writes a little note and leaves it on the Christmas tree. And Allie comes home. She walks home or drives home. I don't understand. She gets her truck.
We'll figure it out. Her truck probably is also got hot girl magic and just like teleports wherever she needs it.
And so they are obviously, they're on their way to the airport, whatever. And Allie's on her way home. And oh my God, Spencer is at her house. He's like waiting for her there. And immediately she's like, you know what, buddy, this isn't going to work.
Thanks for that. But no, but no. It's literally her vibe. She's like, yeah, thanks, Spency. Not going to work. Go
Yeah.
back to DC, you heathen.
Yeah, this is just like
Yeah.
this whole like, you know,
Spencer doesn't really seem to care too much.
swanky Christmas parties. No,
Yeah.
not.
Spencer's like, yeah,
He's
I've
just
been
like-
banging
Right.
girls the whole time.
He-
So this is probably
He
good.
does push a little bit, and then she just goes, Merry Christmas, and kisses him on the cheek, and then it's just like, well, okay, that's your cue.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do feel like Spencer gets shafted pretty hard in
He
this.
does. He
I'm-
seems like a pretty
I'm painting
decent
a
guy.
picture of Spencer
Yeah.
as like a playboy because I want that for him.
Yes.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, keep
Yeah.
going.
So obviously Spencer leaves, and she walks into the rest of her house because, of course, she has a large house.
It's enormous. She's
Right.
a veterinarian,
Yeah, of course.
just like her grandpa.
And she turns the lights on, and normally she has just a plant in the corner of her house, but it's not.
Yeah, somebody
It's-
broke in.
Someone, she sees a magical Christmas tree and a red envelope. And so she goes over, and it's a card that says, we got you this Christmas tree.
We love you.
We love you. Merry Christmas.
Let's do this.
Zoe and Dad.
Zoe and your husband.
Period. And then you're just like, okay, well, I guess that's that, because they're already at the airport. And she's like, oh my God, they're already at the airport. So she tries to see if they actually did leave. They did. So that's the end.
Sure.
The end. That's the whole story. Just kidding. So, of course, things are happening with the festival, and she's kind of finalizing everything. She's now helping again.
Yeah, of course.
because
Michelle can't do it. Poor girl's falling apart.
She's
Seems.
panic attack. So she jumps right on back in there. She also jumps right back into the, oh
Veterinary
my
practice?
gosh, how could we forget one of the most important characters of the book
Henry?
and the movie?
Oh, which one?
The fish.
Oh, Frank. Frank.
How can we
Goldfish.
forget Frank?
Poor Frank.
She brings Frank to the Crystal
To her
Kringle.
diners.
Crystal Kringle?
Crystal Kringle Crunch Cafe.
Chris Kringle kitchen. And then he comes back. And so everything is good and well with the world. And they're at the, she's at the Christmas festival. And meanwhile, while all this is happening at the airport, who runs into Zoe and her dad? Spencer.
Oh, Spencer. Hey. What are you doing here?
Still trying to get to Florida. You? Same?
Yeah, still trying to get to DC. Seems like all the flights are booked, though.
Yeah. Is, Allie here?
No. No, she's staying in Evergreen. Permanently.
And he's like, what?
This is my moment.
And then as all of
The
this
music. The music.
the music, but then over the loudspeaker,
Here it is.
your flight to Florida, your specific flight, just the one
yours.
you're on.
Attention in the gate area, all passengers for flight 967 to Orlando. Sorry to tell you that we are having some mechanical difficulties.
Canceled.
Done. Because Santa Grandpa and Hot Girl Magic came together, made this shit happen. This is the power of Christmas.
It is 100%. And well, obviously, now that his flight's canceled, there's nothing else to do.
What else are you going to do but go get your girl?
So
you know what I'm saying?
go back to Chris Kringle kitchen, and that's the end.
We could have not told you that, and you could have guessed all of that, I think.
I think just one little tidbit before obviously we decide what we think everyone should do for this is
there a decision?
There's a scene where the little Zoe picks up the snow globe
Yeah.
and she tips it upside down. And
Honestly, Zoe, that's the way I would have gone. I would have done the tip and flip.
yes, but do you recall the very oddly decided angle of the camera?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It's just the most weird.
They did that girl dirty.
And
Poor Zoe.
I kept thinking, like, throughout the movie, each time another character would pick up the snow globe, I thought that they would do the same angle as like that's just the angle. Like,
Can
you're
we share?
inside.
Can we share that clip on our socials just so you guys can see?
it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
But with all that being said, I literally just told you the whole movie
and I love it.
and book.
Here, okay, this is what we're gonna say.
Yes.
This is a both for both of us.
Yes.
It is a very cute. If you're not a Hallmark Christmas movie watcher,
Yes.
but you like corny is a mean word. I'm not trying to say corny and I'm not trying to say cheesy. Just like on the nose Christmas It's a romance. It's a quick read.
It's
if you like to read those
cute.
things, 100% read it. But if you've only seen this movie,
you should read.
You need to read it. It's good.
100%. And I
mean,
think
it's the same damn thing, but
this is such a perfect book as a gift, like a Christmas book. Like if you have a friend who's a reader,
100%.
It is what it is. So go into it knowing that it is a Hallmark,
a perfect
movie.
Vessel, you mean? Yes,
a Hallmark movie in book form. But it's magical, and I think everyone should read it and watch it.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm fired the fuck up to read
the
next 2 books.
Me too.
I really want to read them.
Same. We'll keep everyone posted. Maybe we'll do another one. There's also movies.
There's movies. And I'm just gonna say this, because what's yours? I'm saying both. You gotta do both.
Yeah, both.
I'm also exercising my, anti-hot girl magic. I get it. There's certain people just don't like the Christmas movies. I know that they might seem stupid to you. But if you're in a bad way, because this has been a rough fucking year.
Yeah.
If you're in a bad way and you need to turn your brain off.
Yep.
This is the one to do it, my friend.
I love it.
Did you listen to the audiobook?
Yes, I also did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Wonderful.
And that was great as well. Like the
wonderful.
person that reads it, she does a great job. And we're going to end this with this cute little on the back of the book.
Perfect.
It says, a snowy small town. A snow globe that grants wishes, a love that's meant to be. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Merry Christmas!
Bye!
Bye! Our editor is Katie Yonner. Our associate producer is Grace Heerman. Our production coordinator is Nicole Vargas, and our senior content producer is Kyle Bosch. Our executive producer is Tommy West, and Watch It or Read It is produced by Gotham West Studios.